Okay, so remind me what we did yesterday in writing workshop. What did we do yesterday? Madison.
We took some notes on like what we did in our writing last time, and then we did expository, what we're going to be doing, I think in the next 6 weeks, you said?
Yeah, in the next unit. So we talked about expository and how expository is different from narrative, what we were doing before. So then, what is the first part of the writing process? Once we understood what genre we were writing, we went back to our writing process. What's the first part of the writing process? Casey Lynn. Brainstorm. So what did we do to brainstorm or gather our ideas yesterday? Michael. We wrote a list. We did our expert list. So then if you filled out your expert list and you brainstormed and have all these ideas, what's the next step in the writing process? What do we do next? Alana? We plan. We have to organize our thoughts. So some of you may be ready for that. Some of you may still be brainstorming, but I want to show you a different strategy, a different way to organize your thoughts. What are the 2 ways we've organized our thoughts already? What's one way? Freddie? Foursquare, where we divided our paper into 4 squares and we put our ideas in there. What's the other way that we did? Cortland? Are spider legs organizing our writing? What do spider legs go with in our writing process? Which part does spider legs go to? Revising, because we're adding more to it. So Foursquare, and what else? Elena? The web, where you put your main idea in one and then ideas off the other. So we're going to do a different one. So if you're ready, go ahead and open your notebook to a blank page and you can kind of start with me. If you're not ready, just hold tight. Because when you go to independent time, you can go right back into brainstorming. Remember, it's a process. We're all over. Okay? All right, so we are going to do the house. The house. So on your blank page, I want to pick one of my topics from my expert list, something that I already know a lot about. A lot about. Any ideas? What should we write about? What do you think, Moses? Science? That's still real big. Can we narrow that down to something specific in science? Ooh, I know. So for the top of my house, I'm going to put why science is my favorite. Okay? Because am I an expert in why I like science? Yeah. For sure. So I'm going to try to come up with, I'm going to start with just 2. Okay? Just 2. 2 reasons why science is my favorite. So I know a lot of you science is your favorite. So can you think of 2 reasons that science is your favorite? Carmen.
Science is my favorite because we get to do activities based on things that are real. Like, for example, the solar system, or we will do something that's based on history.
Okay. So I want to stay on science, though, because history would be more social studies. I know it's hard in 4th grade because we do the 2 together. But just sticking on science. So activities. I like that she said that because activity is still a really big idea. But this is a house. That's like my whole wall, right? And look around at our walls. Are any of our walls empty? No. So I'll go back later in my planning and I will decorate my wall. Get it? I'll add. I stole that from another teacher. Miss Ventura gave me that idea. Isn't that a cool idea? So I'm going to go and put more like posters and things on the wall, specific details that go with activities. But I can write a lot about activities. Okay, so science is my favorite because of the activities. What's another reason that science is my favorite? Casey?
It teaches you about more
Ooh, teaches me about life. That's a good one. Wait. There we go. That worked out. Teaches me about life. And can't I add a lot more details to that too?
Yeah.
So, but the bottom, this is where I'm going to put my closing, my conclusion. Have we talked about that at all? No, so I'm going to ignore that for now. But I'm going to focus on these two things with my planning. So just like decorating my house, adding to the walls, I'm going to pick one to add some details to. This is just organizing my thoughts. I'm not writing yet. I'm still in that planning, organizing my ideas. That's all I'm doing. So let's think about it. Which one do you want to talk about today? I only want to plan one and then turn you loose. Which one do you want to talk about? Cortland, what are you thinking? Teaches me about life. Okay, so what are some things, brainstorm carefully, think. What are some things about life that science has taught you about life? Think about just the units we've already done. What are some things science has taught you about life? Your hand's going to be right in front of the camera. Jalen.
How to like solve problems without by teaching us how to figure out problems and like if someone like your bank account, if something goes wrong with your bank account, you can use science to help you figure out what's wrong with it.
So real life problems. Okay, so you know what that makes me think of that we've done in science, specifically here in 4th grade? The oil spill lab.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so like real life. So it teaches me about life. Solve real problems. I'm abbreviating real probs like oil spills. Well, what about, okay, so now my brain's going. So from our science lessons, we did Legos. Yeah. So could I put that teaches me about Legos?
No.
What? But you guys got all excited about Legos. Why did you say no? Why did you say no? What do you think? Why didn't that work? Stormy?
You could put it on there because it teaches you about erosion, weathering, and deposition. Like it was teaching you about the breaking and the movement.
Is that about life, though? Is that a big life lesson?
No.
So that's the thing. I want to make sure that my walls, the decoration on my walls match. So again, look around our classroom. Each wall has kind of a theme, right?
Yeah.
The wall behind me is our reading wall. So it's covered in reading posters and books. The front of the classroom is our writing wall. All of our writing posters are up there. The wall over there, that's our math wall. All of those posters have to do with math. So I loved the Lego activity, and I loved learning about weathering, deposition, and erosion, and I loved that you knew all those vocabulary words and even did the little signals. But that's not really a life lesson. So I want to make sure my details match my idea as I'm planning. Does that make sense? Okay, so as writers, you have two things that you are working on. What are the two things that we have learned so far in our new expository unit that you could be working on? Tell me one thing, Madison. Brainstorming, adding to your expert list. What are things you know about because you only write what you know? So you could brainstorm. What else, Moses?
Our main topic.
You could start planning and organizing with your main topic. Picking one of your ideas and making it more specific. Are there any questions about what you're doing? All right, then go forth and write.